As flickered flame makes shadows bend, and smoke meets moonlight, cold and blue. When blackest night hails twilight's end, then darkness comes to beckon you. As hunger turns the flesh to fire, and breathing falters, reason halts, then creep the claws of dark desire to rip and split you at your faults.
Radia is sitting on a bench in front of a unmarked grave. It has no name. Lush green ivy vines creeping and pulling at the crumbling white plaster, exposing the bricks beneath. On the door, there is a brass plaque, its brilliance lost with time, except over a few words of its inscription, which you assume have been touched many times, keeping them lustrous. A word unspoken, a vow unbroken. A love forbidden, a parting unbidden, a dreamer awoken, an ending unwritten. Cinza, what do you do?
I mean, this is a graveyard. Radia is dressed in what appears to be mourning garb. She can read the proverbial room, and she's going to approach, not silently because she doesn't want to startle her, but, approaches without saying anything respectfully and just stands next to her, kind of hands clasped at her waist, and just waits for Radia to say something, just in case she's in the middle of prayer or something, just to not interrupt.
Sure. And it is difficult to see her moon-like eyes under the black lace veil that is covering her. You can see the outline of her glasses underneath. And she is not necessarily startled to see you, but acknowledges your presence. You see the lace shift as she tilts her head. Oh, hello. I had heard that you were quite occupied today. A new visitor.
Yes, just really no more than a work meeting.
Well, I am glad that you were able to take some time to see me.
Of course, I was, she kind of gets a cheeky half smirk. It was heavily implied that I would feel remorse if I didn't.
I see. Yes, and she seems to be struggling a bit as to how to begin to speak or to explain.
I think whatever Cinza feels is the best version of a face that is patient and unhurried, that she is going to attempt to make her body language give off a sort of in due time, but also she doesn't say anything. This is a somber kind of place, so she's kind of sticking with that. And she just waits.
I am going away for a while. Our annual landholder meetings, Countess Venekdalia has commanded that we begin earlier than planned, presumably something to do with one of her daughters. My father courted her eldest for a brief time when he was a younger man. I found their correspondence after he died. I'm no prude, but it was quite shocking. Depraved, even.
I'm sorry you had to read that then. I can't honestly fathom what I would do if I read the love letters between Emmerich and Audrina.
Well, fortunately for me, it was rather one way, and she indicates as though it was the daughter who was trying to get Rindar's affection.
Even so.
Doubt. Well, I doubt she has tempered with time, but that's nothing I need to worry about now.
How long will you be gone?
I'll be scheduled activities wrap up in about 4 weeks, but once they all convene, more events tend to be tacked on or delayed. Anything to stay in the city, as you can imagine. So I don't know, but I do not plan on staying more than an hour than I must.
I think Cinza looks down, finally looking away from Radia's face for the first time since the conversation started, and kind of toes a boot into the ground. So, at least a month then.
Yes. Do you anticipate you being gone when I would return?
Well, similarly, I don't know, but your suspicions were right. I know that we're staying for longer than I initially thought. So, good foresight there.
I do not know your companions well, but they are capable and you see there's a word on her lips that wants to come out, but it doesn't. You would assume that she feels like it would be impolite to say. So she stops. Highly skilled. Whatever the Count requires of you all, I would assume that it would be complicated.
And sometimes shrouded in more mystery than I'd like. We're often told as much as we need to know. And sometimes, like picking up breadcrumbs along a trail, we learn as we go. So, complicated is a succinct way to put it. Yeah, sure.
Must be very frustrating.
Yeah. Nothing I'm not used to. It's been a frustrating life, so.
Yes. Yes?
Sorry. I think Cinza kind of realizes she was about to ask a question that may have been seen as impolite, and similar to Radia, pulls back in that moment. Sorry.
This will be my first time attending this meeting, and I'm nervous.
I don't see why you would be. You're well loved by all your people here. Every time since we've gotten to Vesperhold, everyone has had kind words to say about you, and you live up to everything they've said. You're clearly capable and talented and brilliant, and you're very good at this.
Thank you. I believe you. Ardis is no place to keep counsel, especially not amongst the company I am about to keep. I wonder, would it be an imposition if I wrote to you when I'm in need of wisdom, or perhaps just a friend?
Well, friendship I can promise, wisdom I can't. All I've got are bawdy anecdotes from times in taverns across my travels, and humor that's usually just deflection when I don't know something. But I would like that. I would love to read what you have to write.
I thank you for that. I think it will help the time go by a little faster.
Yeah, month is kind of a while, isn't it?
Yeah. And go ahead.
No, you first.
So the footman is starting to return, and they are carrying a large lacquered box with a brass keyhole on the front. So as they are approaching, you may say whatever you'd like.
Sure. Cinza starts to, as they start to walk up, she's saying, it's funny because sometimes you think that you have all the time, and then situations change, and then her attention gets drawn to the box. How big is the box? Is it like something they like a is this a 2-man carry, or is this a
No, just
Okay.
a one, but it's not like a little music box or something like that.
Sure.
Does have
Good
some
size.
size to it.
I think she looks between that and the unmarked, because the grave was unmarked, right? There's
Yes,
yeah.
just the plaque, no name.
The gotcha. She'll step back on the path to give the footmen space, but kind of a quizzical look between the two things. I'm not trying to be rude by asking, but what this is a tradition I'm not aware of, or I just want to be as respectful as possible here.
No, I I think it is in your nature to draw lines between events that perhaps are unrelated. I simply find myself wandering back to this grave whenever I come to pay my respects here. No one knows who was buried within, except that they were dearly loved. But this, and she pulls a key out from the satchel at her side, and it is the same kind of brass with the same etchings that is on the lock on the box. I had meant to leave this with Polak. I had to leave in such a hurry I couldn't detour to Veracasti, but coincidentally you were here now.
Coincidentally. Is this something you need me to deliver to him, or?
I would like you to open the box, please.
At your command. And she'll take the key and carefully open the box.
And within, you recognize the guiding star that you had noticed in the library. You recognize this?
Yeah, I don't think she even has to say anything. I think there is a like soft gasp that she couldn't even prevent escaping. This is from your collection.
It was presented to my family many centuries ago by Spherewalker Polan for helping her eliminate a moonhag coven which had infiltrated our lands. Would you wield it in our name while we are away?
She turns to face Radia, eyes wide, jaw kind of agape. You would have me take this up in your name?
As a symbol of our trust?
Again, that sort of deep, sweeping bow that she's done before. I am going to have to find a way to repay the honors you keep bestowing upon me, my lady.
I do wish you wouldn't think of it that way. But if you would wear this, it would make me very happy.
Again, I would be honored to. And with her blessing, she will gently, carefully take the weapon, give it sort of a few, kind of test its weight, catch the edge of it in what pale moonlight there is here. Mm-hmm. This is a stunning, stunning weapon. This is, again, you have done so many kindnesses for me. This is... I hope to do you proud.
I have full faith. I must go. Farewell, Cinza. Please enjoy your time at Veracasti. I have many happy memories there. Perhaps more yet to come.
Of course. Yes. Radia.
Yes?
Given that you will be away for a while, may I hug you?
Her whole body reacts. It is an unbidden moment of if this were another place, I would be delighted to do so. This is a sacred ground, a place of mourning, and I am always on display. Shall we save it for my return?
I'll make you a deal. 2 hugs on your return.
Very well.
Cinza, again, deflecting with humor to avoid her slight deflation at being rejected, smiles, and again, with the star knife, I'll take good care of this. And I look forward to seeing you again.
And you. Stay safe. Please.
You as well.
And she will take a step back before turning around and heading back towards her carriage.
I think Cinza will let the carriage pull away and sort of stand there in the dark for a bit. And I think she'll kind of take up Radia's position at this unmarked grave and kind of murmur out some words of respect for this unknown person. And then before she leaves, will kind of muse to herself out loud, I wonder how someone so loved could be forgotten. And we'll leave.
Meanwhile, Mari and the Hrengar miners have been whooping it up with you guys in the dining room, having some discussion, a drink, stretching their legs a bit, and essentially you guys are hanging around until nighttime so that you can late night, 9-10 o'clock, something like that, so that you can be let into the north wing of Misthaven Sanitarium. So if you would like to hang out with the miners and with Mari, you may do so. Otherwise, you may do basically whatever you like.
I'm showing them just how much Log can put away.
Incredible.
Yeah.
The Hrengar, for their part, they know a little bit about reptiles. Generally, ones that, because reptiles are cold-blooded, generally will hang around vents of steam and pockets of heat, and like fire salamanders and that sort of thing. So it's fun to see an aquatic reptile creature. How does Log get along with their pet spider, do you think?
He does not like it. Oh, he does not trust it.
Opposite ends of the table, Log is like chomping, and then the spider is taking like dainty tiny little bites into his spider mouth.
Tiniest little bites. And like Log is just gnawing on like a comically sized ham bone. And he's keeping eyes. Well, one eye here, one eye over here.
One thing I did say when I was describing the boat that they came on, the flat bottom boat, that one absolutely is livable. So for some reason I said that you can't live on it. You can. So that's going to be their floating apartment while they're doing the work.
Where?
Boathouse.
Houseboat.
For the most.
And for Wick, what are you two up to?
Sitting there reading. For anyone who would like to look close at what she's reading, it's one of Thistle's relationship books. She's got her notebook and the pen or pencil or whatever she's got on the table.
On the counter.
God, Cinza's gonna be so mad if she sees you reading that. Like, not you too.
We have to learn somehow. I don't want to interrupt.
Wick is just eating and trying to get people to play cards with him, it looks like. I know before we set off, Wick does want to bring a meal to Odessa, a real meal, so she can eat.
So cute.
Absolutely.
I adore this man. This is our sweet.
He's our greenest
Little-
flag.
He is the best of us, and he alone should get zero consequences, regardless of what we get into.
Sweet baby full-grown man.
So yeah, so Wick is in the carriage, has one plate with a cloche over it, has 3 open plates that he's eating from on the way back to Veracasti. Yeah.
Wick is going to tap on the glass to get Odessa's attention and
Like a fish.
wave to her, and he's going to point over to the door to let her know that I'm assuming would she have to suit up to open the door to retrieve her food?
So
Or
you
could
see
she
that she
open the
has
door?
hung these kind of curtains that you find a lot of times in quarantined areas that essentially block wind from going in and out when a door is opened. So she's able to open the door and pull the plate through without having to suit up. And she'll come back.
So Wick points at his food, and then he points over to the door for her.
Great.
And when she retrieves her food and comes back to the window, Wick has... It's almost like he's made like a little picnic where he can sit on this side of the glass with his food, and she can sit on the other side of the glass with her food.
Wonderful. Yeah, she will absolutely do so. Thank you so much. I was missing some of the meals that I had gotten used to at the journey halt. This is a nice treat. I appreciate it very much.
Well, I was thinking of you, and I thought it's been a long time since you probably had a meal with another person as well.
True.
I also was kind of feeling sad a bit when we were out on the island, thinking of you being cooped up in the inn all those hours and nights by yourself. It's nice that you're here now. Do you like it in there?
I do, yes. It is nice and warm, and I have plenty of space to experiment and to create some things. I will be able to present you with some of the things I have been making soon as I wait for the lazarite to come in and for my specialized equipment and ingredients. But in terms of being cooped up, when I came to Marab, I believe I mentioned I was in an area of the city, well, outside of the city. We called it Ruin's Rest. They say Marab is a city that is built on bones. It is very ancient, occupied over and over and over, and with the passage of time, the buildings and monuments are either claimed by sand or sea. The area outside of the city, which was abandoned by all official or religious or even philanthropic, we lived inside of half-flooded mastabas and ruined buildings and strange monuments from times undocumented. They called the tower that I found the Siphon. It was so called because it was a tower rising up out of the shoreline, and it had perpetually, for who knows how many centuries, been pouring water out of the top of the windows. And it just so happened after a couple months of me being there that the water stopped. And everyone was terrified of the place. Ustalav and Tuvia are very similar in that superstition and stories can keep people away, keep people afraid. But I have never feared a siphon. I needed someone to go with me, and Amarnes was either brave enough or without hope enough to come with me. He was much younger then, about the age that Cinza is. But together we climbed the wet stone floors and almost made fools of ourselves trying to get up to the top. And when we got there, we saw there was nothing to fear. We could see the beautiful city line, the outstretched arms of the giant statue of Serenray that is on top of the Temple of the Redeeming Sun. And we both knew that perhaps this was not home. It could be a place where we could rest.
Oh, I had no idea. Something that I had talked to the keeper about was about foolishness. You say that climbing was foolish at times, but like I had said to the keeper, foolishness looks an awful lot like bravery. And bravery looks an awful lot like foolishness, which was told in return. I think you're very brave. And I think that you're very kind. You've risked so much of yourself to save other people, and I think that you're probably the most important person I have ever met. The things you're doing here are going to save so many souls. And I do hope that the greenhouse is comfortable for you. If there's anything at all that you need, I can bring you something. And he kind of presses his face up against the glass to kind of look in to see, well, does she have a bed? Does she want anything brought to her? Because now she has this huge space that she can be in. Is there plants in there?
Yeah, you see that there are some plants and flowers, some vegetables in there as well. The staff had been eating a lot of their meals out of the garden here. And you do see that she does have a tent set up for privacy, so presumably that's where she sleeps and, bathes and changes her clothes in there. I am quite comfortable, and thank you so much for your kind words. And her eyes crinkle a little bit as she smiles. I want very much to do my best. I cannot speak much about what Kai and I did in Merab with her crew and my friends. It was one of the conditions that allowed me to leave to create this artificial lazarite somewhere else. But there was a growing catastrophe, and through many brave and foolish acts, we were able to stop it. If I can do the same here, I would like to try. I do not know how long I have left. I am sure that I am through more than half of my life. I do not think I will ever be able to accomplish the goal that I left my home, my family, my people for. So, if I can do something good with the time I have left, I will honor them anyway.
Wick puts his hand against the glass. Like I'd said, your work is so incredibly important, and it's also incredibly important to me. Before I'd met Captain Kai and their crew, I was a different person. Now I see that the undead are in need, and your mission to help them is of great importance to me. Anything that you need, I will do anything that you need to make this goal possible.
And she doesn't necessarily press her hand to the glass, but she does tap it in a comforting way. And you can really see up close now all of those cuts and scrapes that are just covered her hands, and you can see even past, you assume that they're going past her wrist. Well, in that case, I don't know the sort of man you were before this assignment, but if this is the sort of man you are after meeting Kai, then you were the right person for the job.
Like, sort of blushes and asks her. He's trying to think of a way to ask her if she's unwell or she's sick, or but doesn't really know how to say so without it being to kind of ruin the moment that they're having.
Sure. it may be a conversation for another day.
Yeah. Well, I hope that you're well. I've made you a couple lunches in there, and anything else you need, I'll be here.
Thank you. For now, perhaps some stories or maybe a card trick or two.
Oh yes, let me show you this one. And he pulls out his cards to show her a trick. Has her pick a card. And when she picks it, does some sleight of hand dazzling, and then afterwards points to picnic basket inside the greenhouse.
Okay. She'll go to the picnic basket. And we'll lift the blanket or the napkin that is over top of it. Is her card
And
in there?
inside, it's her card.
Ah!
The funny thing about magic is that you gotta set it all up beforehand. There's no way he was going away without a trick.
Perfect. Yes, and she will clap, 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 clap for the trick. Awesome.
He'll take a little bow and gather the rest of his dishes and things there, and leave her to the rest of her day.
Yep, and she'll wish you good luck, and don't be scared if you can, and be as brave until it becomes foolish, and then run.
Is that another ship for anybody else, or am I the only one hoisting those sails? Like, seeing the tension.
Right. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before we move on to the Misthaven Sanitarium?
Try to sneak the book back into Thistle's bag without Thistle noticing I took it.
I think that Thistle's actually gonna start chatting up not Captain. Is it Captain Trusong?
Detective.
No, that's not her title. Detective
She's a
Trusong.
detective, yes.
Sorry, we have so many captains, so I'm just like, yeah, that's what everybody is. She was on a boat, therefore captain.
There you go.
Captain.
Hey, I'll call her whatever she wants to be called. I think that Thistle, before going over, you see her like, I don't know if this is only my move in the bar or if this is everybody's move, but like the fix of the hair and then like fully swooping it over to give yourself like a very dramatic side part. Okay, it's time. And she's gonna slide up and be like, so detective, that must have taken a lot of like training and effort. Are you like skilled in combat?
Me, yeah. Yeah, I can handle myself in a scrap or a scrape. What, you want to spar with me? I don't think you'll last very long.
Thistle kind of like giggles and goes, well, that is the problem. That's my problem, you know? I sometimes can't keep up with people that are big and strong.
Have you tried pants? May help. But good for the stride.
But they aren't quite as fun, are they?
I don't know. I've enjoyed a trouser or two in my day.
Right. Well, if you'd ever like to show me a thing or two, I mean, we have a little time.
This book snaps shut and she just starts walking upstairs.
I think that does make Thistle jump.
Yeah, and
Like, not intentionally trying to scare anyone. She's just kind of very decisively closed the book.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Mari remains unflapped in a way that indicates that she has been keeping track of everybody in the room. So she has not lost her bead on Moro at all. Well, we do have time, but in drips and drabs. Right now, I don't have much. I got to get to your island and see what a mess you left of the place and hopefully get it in good order. I'm sure you'll be around.
Well then. Right. I am gonna go stop Log from eating that large bone. And I will catch up with you later.
Log is just like fully mostly in the air, trying to use gravity to his advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that like he and the spider are not becoming any closer friends. So I'm gonna go separate those two before he decides to try to take a bite.
They're learning each other's moves.
Oh, 100%. And
Log heard sparring, and he's like, "Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do." And she's gonna have to go like scoop him. Be like, no, we're going
Bad baby.
upstairs now. Bad Log. Bad reptile.
Incredible. And yeah, there's nobody left to observe, but Mari laughs to herself and walks up to the bar for another drink. Fantastic. So there is nothing left to do now but head over to Misthaven. I assume we're all kind of coming from different places. We have Morrow and Thistle coming from the Journey Halt. Wick is coming back from Veracasti. For Cinza, do you think she stayed in the graveyard the whole time, took a walk, went to Misthaven early? Where do we find Cinza when we're all meeting up?
No, I think she comes back to make sure the group knows that she's there. Like she would want to reconvene and have the group go together.
Sure. That's great. And so yeah, when Cinza comes in, you see a new weapon on her. And you were all there in the library, so you all did see it for the first time. I don't know if any of you recognize it again. I would say, Morrow, with your warfare lore check that you did in the library, I'd say you absolutely could remember it.
Will you give me a reminder of what this thing is? The character remembers, the player absolutely does not.
Yes, so the Guiding Star, it is a +1 +1 striking, returning star knife. It has been added to the Trello, so it is under Cinza's stuff, so you can absolutely take a look at that. So the cool thing about the Guiding Star is that if you cast a spell with an energy damage trait, such as Ignition, which is the only cantrip that Cinza has, the next attack, the turn with the star knife reduces the target's cover. So essentially it is like pointing out, guiding, right? So your magic is then guiding the star for a strike. Also, once every 10 minutes, you can activate the knife to detach its blades, flying up to 40 feet, which is, I believe, double the range increment for the Guiding Star. Mm-hmm. It will hit, it is a reaction, and it deals a collective 4 piercing damage, but these attacks count as individual attacks for the purposes of resistances, weaknesses, and immunities. So someone like Cinza, who is putting special damage on every attack, essentially if something is like weak 5 to a type of damage, I add an extra 5 onto the damage. So if you think about it, once per fight, essentially, Cinza is going to be able to add potentially 20 extra damage to one attack, because of the way that her combat works.
That's gonna be fun.
Nasty.
That's deadly.
Thistle is gonna see this brand new shiny that her pal just came back with, and she's gonna be like, productive meeting then.
Yeah. She's going away for a month, so she wanted me to wield this in her absence.
You see like a switch kind of in Thistle from jokey joke time to, oh, this might be emotional complication time. And she kind of like, she starts to reach out to like touch your shoulder, and then she kind of hesitates because she's not sure if you guys have that kind of relationship yet. And she's like, oh, Cinza, that must be difficult when you are already good friends.
I mean, yeah, it's weird. I mean, Cinza also doesn't shy away if you do end up following through with the shoulder touch. You know, it's weird because we just had a conversation the other day. she told me to think of her as a friend, and I thought that was nice. And I don't know, it's weird. It's just weird.
Did she say something different today?
No.
Well, then you're still good friends.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I guess I'm just, she made a point to tell me that she was leaving, and that she'll be gone for a month. Honestly, I think at this point, Cinza like sits down in the nearest chair that has an adjacent chair, so the two of them can kind of sit. She's kind of like sits down, and what I can't get out of my head is that when she invited us, and I think this is the first time that she mentions this to anybody in the group, when she invited us to stay at Veracosti, at her family home, it was because she said she suspected we would be here for a while. And I can't stop thinking about that. I mean, yeah, it's a good guess, right?
Yeah, but that you're right. That is almost odd that she leaves for specifically a month.
And she said it could be a little more. It's, diplomats, nobles, they have to do. This is her first time going. She said she was nervous. I did my best to.
Well, from experience, they always last much longer than you'd like.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm sure
not to.
No, I mean, I've sat in and around diplomats and nobles and bureaucrats waxing poetic about dumb bullshit for years, and it feels like I'm dying. It feels like forever.
That's why we banned them for a long time in the clan. We just didn't. There were memos if you needed an update.
Right, like why does this have to be a meeting when it could just be a missive?
It could be a missive. It could be a missive.
Yeah, okay, you get it.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure to her it's gonna feel like forever while she's there because it's boring. And I guess.
Are you going to write her?
She said she was going to write to me. I think it'd be rude not to respond.
It would be. We should look for good paper for that.
Good paper?
So people can't read through it. My husband and I used to do that. We would get this. We would get heavier card stocks. That way people can't. Yeah, exactly.
Hold it up. The better vellum. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
As Morrow's trying to go talk to Wick, she's going to drop a note in Cinza's lap. When you open it, it's just a bullet point list of like things she found as she was reading the book. One of which specifically is to spray perfume on the paper.
I'm so glad we were already on the same page because that's like 100% already in there. I was already thinking like, oh, the first letter I'm returning, that fancy perfume's going on that page. She's like, what? Thinking it's something important, opens it, folds it again, sets it aside.
Right.
It's
Laura just keeps walking. Like, she doesn't pause to see if you looked at it.
Yeah, it's very much I will absorb that later. And I guess it's just, it's a really good guess, that we were going to be here a while. And she said that she just assumed, I don't know. And she lowers her voice at this point and leans in to Thistle. Is it possible that some of these folks that we're dealing with know more about what we're doing than we think?
Perhaps something very bad is going to happen.
I generally assume that something is going to happen.
No, but that's alarming coming from him. Like, that's actually very alarming coming from this guy.
To be fair,
Well,
yes.
thinking about it, she knows that we're staying before we knew that we were staying. She doesn't have to leave. She's leaving, and she gave me she gave you a really awesome blade.
Fuck.
Should maybe have a drink.
Anything, there might be people that generally, if you know something bad is going to happen and you don't have to be there, we are the weird ones that go into the fire, and then there's a lot of people that leave when a fire is happening. I think we are now the fire brigade.
I don't know. I just have this feeling in the pit of my stomach that it's kind of, I mean, you were there, Wick. The doctor he seemed to be driving at something when we were talking. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. And I don't think he'd let me throw him, so that is to say I don't trust him very much. I don't like this. Something feels wrong, off, different, weird. Can't put my finger on it. Anyway, we're gonna go deal with the haunting, right?
Haunted. That I'm good at.
Hospital.
That I can do. That I can do. No complications.
Yeah.
All right, crew. Let's go do what we're best at.
What are we best at?
It's certainly not relationships.